So, yeah, we are officially streaming. It is 10 o'clock. And honestly, we have no idea what the hell we're doing.
Nope.
None whatsoever.
No.
So...
It says we are live, though.
Okay, cool. So what are we doing?
We don't. This is like the first time I'm doing this for like... For cereals.
For cereals?
For serious?
Oh, I thought we were going to eat cereal.
Now I want cereal.
I do. Why'd you have to bring up cereal? What kind of cereal do you want?
Because you bring up cereal.
You said cereal. I thought you were going to bring out cereal.
About many parts of cereals.
You're the one that said cereal.
Seriously.
No, you didn't say seriously. You said cereal.
Your mom has sex with a man.
Oh my God, yes. And guess what? So does your mom.
Probably. She's an adult.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's a grown woman with grown women needs.
Oh, brother. Anyway, so you had the idea to watch like classic Console Alliance videos, offer our commentary on the old stuff. Should we do that?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, great. You know,
what do you think?
I don't know. How about you get off your fucking phone?
No, sorry. That's good.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell people about this. Get them over here. So, okay. Oh, wow. We got 3 viewers.
Okay, cool.
That's more than I would expect ever in
Absolutely. My life. I guess we should do something pretty soon. Maybe.
So do we...
I guess.
So we're streaming right now then, eh?
Should do something pretty soon.
Yeah, we're streaming right now.
Okay, great.
So do we...
What the hell are we...
Okay, so anyway, I had a thing like I wanted to do, voices and stuff.
Okay.
Because I am in fact a voice actor, and Garrett is a up and coming voice actor as well.
Thank you very much. Well,
now I know we're posting this in the IRL, which is like in real life. I just don't know where the hell else to put this. Sometimes we do streaming of like video games. Well, not mostly. Actually, we don't really do streaming of video games.
No,
we do
not
mostly
really.
like TV and stuff, like
the classic '90s commercials that we grew up with. We like to watch those and offer our own commentary and be like, "Hey, I had that crap back in the day." So we might do that during this stream. We also used to, both of us belong to video production company called Console Alliance, and we thought maybe we'd look at some of our old videos and wonder what the hell we were thinking.
It's an old video game. Well, yeah, like it basically was like a small.
Yeah.
It was like we were doing video production, but we weren't really calling it that, and we just like got a bunch of people together and we started doing video game skits, like exclusively the topic of video game. Like this is before. This is around the time Mega 64 was a big thing, and we never really got big like at all.
No,
but
I mean we had a few good videos.
I guess that wasn't the point, because like I mean where we live, there's really not a lot to do here, so it's like we all liked video games, and we didn't do drugs. We don't really go out drinking. We don't. We're
not really party guys.
Yeah, we're not like around other people, and
people suck.
And so we just basically were like, hey man, let's get a camera and like do funny stuff that we got. Now,
let's go for
the thing about it was it just kind of kept us busy and always kind of kept us like to a point, like, hey, let's get this done, and started going to conventions and stuff like that. We may talk about this also on our podcast, which is a good segue to let you know that we are on a podcast called The Flux Zone. And it's pretty fun. We have a couple of episodes right now, and you can find us on SoundCloud, iTunes, and it's pretty cool. Here's we have let me just move us.
Move us, yeah. Ah!
Yeah, so we're moving.
Dude, you cut off half my head. That hurt.
There
Ow.
We go. So we're gonna do this right here, but here it is right here. We have a couple of episodes now. I think we have like 9 episodes. Last one we did, we were kind of bashing on the Marvel MCU, and sorry about that, but we just had opinions about it. You know what I'm saying?
I would like to make it clear right now, I was not on that show. Tomorrow will be the first show that I come on for that, so Please don't hate me. You can hate him all you want. Please, go ahead.
But since you're here, I do a lot of impressions, and I want to try to do more of them. And I actually just did a video of my first voice challenge where I told people, hey, give me like a voice and something to say. And I do have top impressions.
You do. But let me ask you something. Mr. Goldblum, what do you identify yourself as?
Yes, I identify myself as male, female, male, dude, balls. You know what?
Yeah?
I'm a pterodactyl.
You're a pterodactyl.
No, because I heard this bit, this comedy from Frank Caliendo, and he was like, and he kind of noticed something that Goldblum will like commit to something 100% and then do a 180, and he actually does that in a lot of films.
He'll completely turn around.
Yeah. But I think my favorite thing with, well, not Goldblum, but he was part of it, was that Harry Carey skit with Will Ferrell.
Yeah, I know that.
Hey! If you had to be the top scientist of your field or have Mad Cow, what would you pick? You know, he's like...
It's always like that.
He was just like, we all know the moon is not made of green cheese, but if it was made of ribs, would you eat it? And it's just like, what? Excuse me? Just say yes and we'll move on.
It's terrible.
And see, like, we grew up with a bunch of stupid crap like this,
yeah,
you know.
Absolutely.
And so that's where a lot of my impressions came from, like TV and family and stuff like that. Or if I like heard somebody with a cool voice, I'll be like, man, that guy has a cool voice. I want to be able to hear that all the time, whenever I want, you know. And I think the first person I did, was a family member, and we lived down south at the time, like really southern Florida. At the time, and so it was the redneck that I just referred to as Bubba.
Oh, really? Bubba, that was...
Yeah, and that was like one of, I think it was like my great uncle, or not great, but my Uncle Wayne, that's what his name was.
Wow.
And he, you know, like legitimately sounded like that kind of a redneck, you know.
Like
he was
how?
like, he was like the Bubba redneck. He was, well, I don't care what you think, but hey, I found a truck in this here yard. You want a yumpta? Kind of, you know, he's like, you know, and I did some of that voice for a couple of video games, and it was pretty fun. Like, it was one part where I was bashing on the black president, because it was like 2013 at the time.
Oh, okay.
And
it was
like this president needs to go back to Kenya and run his ass back there. He's not legal, and you know what? I didn't vote for him. I don't think anybody did. You know, it's like, and that's the thing, is like, also to do voices, you have to kind of contort your face, you know, like to do that. And I wanted people to be like, hey, you know, if you want to do a voice, like, do, you know, like if you want me to do a voice, like, challenge me at it. And I think it's good practice. I think like if you want to be a voice actor, you should get your friends to like be like, hey, you know, say this as this, you know. And that's the first time I heard the Goldblum thing, when he was talking about, when they did the thing about hot dogs, where he was like, yeah, what kind of food do you like? He was like, hot dogs. I like hot dogs, mustard, relish, ketchup, cheese. Chili dogs are good. Cheddar dogs are better. You know what? I'm a vegetarian. You know, and that's the kind of thing. And that's I'm just starting to do Goldblum, so that's not the best, but I am getting better at it.
Yeah.
But you know, what have we done? Like we did skits like Randy Savage. We did Randy Savage. A skit about Randy Savage way back in the day.
We did that. We also...
Ooh, yeah!
We did plenty of like zombie things. You did the merchant rap.
Oh, the merchant from Resident Evil 4. If you know that, if you don't know that, then you could lose that reference. But you know, there's this merchant in Resident Evil 4. It's like the best character in all the Resident Evil games to me. And he was like, whenever you, I mean, funny actually, the guy who voices Leon voices him.
Wow.
Both of them.
Nice.
So he has that prepubescent, like, I'm gonna get my girlfriend, and then, you know, that, welcome stranger.
Oh, wow.
You know, what are you buying? What are you selling? What we came up with, me and Jeff came up with, like, all you have to do is sound like a sexual offender Australian pirate. You know, that's the voice. Like,
yeah, that's pretty freaking accurate.
Welcome, little Timmy. Come to my truck.
Show him what's under your coat.
I've got something under my coat. No, but yeah, and I've been doing like little bit parts back and forth, different games. If you play Desolate, I've been playing the New Light Incinerator. He's the guy that yells at you. and tries to light you on fire. He's actually kind of, I think, one of the hardest bosses. Well, not bosses, but he's like one of the hardest bad guys. If you play Desolate, you'll run into me. There's a bunch of indie games on Steam that I'm also part of. I'm also doing like 5-6 games this year. I can't really say anything about them, but we were in a game that got totally messed up completely. It's on Steam right now.
Right, that's a Rothschild.
It's Rothschild, The Sheep Will Wake, or something. And it was bad. Like, the developer was a nice guy, and he was like doing it by himself. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, he was trying his best, but
it did so badly, But he's gonna redo it one day, like with a better asset and a team and stuff like that.
Nice.
But it was just, it was fun doing it, but it was bad.
It was. You were the main character. I think I was the mechanic, and
yeah.
It.
There's another game I'm in right now. I'm playing the main character, and that's with a couple of really good voice actors that I've either done stuff with in the past or that I'm doing stuff with now, and it's called Something to Do with Love.
Oh, wow.
And it's a furry game.
Oh, that one.
And basically, you go around and try to have sex with the other furry girls. Cat-like creature people.
Yeah. Cat girls. Yeah.
And
okay.
I think what, I'm actually forgetting about the biggest ones. I was in Family Guy and I was in Marvel Avengers Academy. I played Whiplash, and in Family Guy I did Jigsaw and Vladimir Putin.
Okay.
Which is ironic because they wanted me to do 2 Russian voices. Like Whiplash, it's very dark Russian, and then Vladimir Putin's just like a same thing as that, which is like Vladimir Putin. He's very, very deep. He's there you go. Anybody want to go to strip club with me and look at cat emojis? It's like, hey Peter, you want to go and grab some kitty cat? Grab the woman by the kitty cat. And that's it.
Okay.
Those are a few games. If you play mobile games, I'm on a couple of those. I'm on, of course, Marvel Adventures Academy, and I did also a couple of characters in Family Guy: Quest for Stuff, and I also did all the English soldiers in World War Heroes. That you can get on anything, Apple, Android, all that stuff.
Cool.
But anyway, the point is, I wanted to try to do more voices. So I want people to be like, hey, you should do that voice. And what voices can I do? Here we go. I had a list of voice stuff that I can do, and I'm not. Yeah, here we go. Top voices. Okay, so Solid Snake.
Yeah, that's definitely, you can definitely do that one.
Which is basically like this the whole time. That's basically Snake. He goes up in really weird inflections. Otacon, Meryl's ass, stuff like that.
Who doesn't like looking at Meryl's ass?
Well, yeah. Alan Rickman, which is Alan, you disappoint me. Stevens. Potter.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry.
Gandalf, like an old wizard character. Wizard character. And Stitch, which I think anybody can do, really. Which is basically like this.
Yeah, but anyone can do it. I mean, even I can do that.
I actually was trying to do, what's it called? Gollum.
Oh, Gollum.
Yeah. When he was like, in that, he's like potatoes. He's just like, no. That was the other guy doing it. He was talking to Gollum. He's like, you know what potatoes are? Potatoes. And then he's just like, talk about fish, like frying the fish.
Yeah.
And then the Gollum was just like, I like mine wet and wiggling. And Andy Serkis is fucking amazing. He's like an icon.
Yeah.
For people like me. Because, he's always off screen, but he's on screen.
Yeah.
Like in Planet of the Apes.
He's basically the top mo-caption actor in Hollywood.
Yeah, he's kind of like how Doug Jones is for Guillermo del Toro, where he's always playing a monster.
Yeah.
For example, the that new movie that just came out, Guillermo del Toro's new movie, something in water or something. Anyway, he played the thing.
Shape of Water.
Shape of Water.
I think
and Emperor Palpatine.
Ah.
Remember, because we kept doing that. I'm afraid that this would be quite operational.
Oh yeah.
Starscream, which is it's kind of a mix between, I guess, Steve Blum's and G1.
Okay.
Like Prime and G1, where it's...
Yeah.
But, you know, it's just like, you know... What? Like, he always begs and stuff. I'm sorry, Lord Megatron! You know, like, I'll suck your exhaust pipe, don't kill me. You know, like...
I actually believe he would say that, yeah.
Skeletor, which is...
It's like Starscream.
Yeah, but it's like, you know, it's really high. It's stupid his voice was, but you remember him because of that voice, like in the Toys That Made Us. If it was like, I'm Skeletor, you wouldn't, you know, you wouldn't remember that. But if it's like, yeah, you incoherent boob, you know, you remember that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Bubba, like I already said, and anything Patrick Warburton, which is you got
that down pat.
A very requested. Actually, I did a commercial for an Italian shoe company that wanted Patrick Warburton, but they couldn't afford him, so they got me because I'm a cheaper date, and I got to do that. So like I got to do like he voiced Buzz Lightyear in the show, in the Buzz Lightyear Commander show.
Oh, in the cartoon.
I think on the second season, more popular, Kronk from Emperor's New Groove. Tick live action series.
Yeah.
Brock Sampson, I think, from Venture Brothers.
Yeah.
That's him.
Yeah, that was him.
And I think most popular is Joe Swanson from Family Guy.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
Is there anything like? I know he's done a lot of cartoon stuff. Like he did stuff for College Humor. You know.
Yeah.
He's actually a pretty cool guy. He'll do your project if, you know, like if you're like an indie person, he'll actually help do it. Like, you know, especially I wonder if he just has like a setup or somewhere he goes.
Could be.
Because I have a setup in my house. You have a setup in your house.
Yeah.
So
everyone's got a setup. We set each other up.
But Patrick O'Burton's it's pretty fun to do. I actually wanted to do it because we were in Steak and Shake one time, and it was me and a bunch of friends, and we were talking about the Tick because we were creating something different. And, you know, somebody, I don't know who the fuck was with me. It was like Will or something, or Sean or somebody, and he was like, "Hey man, you should try to do that voice, you know, because that's like a really funny voice." And you know, I'm sounding like this. I sound nothing like him, like naturally. Right. So, you know, I think that it's like funny because I was like, I do like that. I actually kind of forgot about him for a while. Like I wanted to do his voice when I first heard him, but then years later, I kind of rediscovered, you know, the actor Patrick. Well, because he's in like a couple of our favorite shows. Like now he's in a series of Unfortunate Events, but before he was in Rules of Engagement, which we really like. We just like kind of rewind that and keep watching it over and over again. So, you know, so I started doing the voice, and recently, you know, that's been getting me some really cool parts.
Yeah, cool.
But it's, you know, obviously they're going to want to hear it, but it's like, you know, basically he has a voice like this. It's really kind of a powerful voice. You need a very delicate microphone to handle it. And you know what's really funny? It's like people were saying, "Oh, that's such a cool voice," and everything like that. And then I came up and I was like, "Yeah, no, it's kind of a cool voice unless you want to hear it in bed. You wouldn't want to have sex with that. I mean, would you want to have sex with this? Like, oh yeah, that feels so good. You can't say dirty pillow talk with this voice. You just can't do grunts. I think if you want the girl to arrive, let's, for lack of a better word, you're gonna want to not say a bunch of. Actually, did you know he was in Men in Black 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, he was Jay's partner for about 5 minutes.
Yeah. And I think the last one I did was Mickey Mouse. That I could think of right off the top of my head. I do others. I just Mickey Mouse, which is fun. Mickey Mouse. Remember I went to when we were at Disney and I was like saying it.
Oh yeah.
I was like, I kept messing with kids when I went to Disney, and like the kid would be like facing somewhere, and I'll be like, "Hey kids," you know, and then they'd be like, "What?" I'd be like, "It's me, Mickey Mouse, ha!" You know, and I wanted to do like a classic Mickey Mouse, but I also wanted to do like a, you know, kind of I don't know, just like my own. You can tell it's Mickey Mouse. That's the main thing. And so, what about you?
For me, I would have to say what got me started. The one voice that really like got to me was Mike Myers on Saturday Night Live when he did Linda Richman for Coffee Talk. I don't know why.
Coffee Talk. I don't even know if I could do that.
But that voice to me, it was so funny. Like I kept trying. And next thing you know, it's like, welcome to Coffee Talk. I'm your host, Linda Richman. Call in 555-TALK. Hey, we'll talk. No big whoop. And, so I just saw it like this, and I created this whole personality. Like my sister Moira, she moved to Arizona. Oh, my God. Deary, let me tell you, the sun is drying her out. My God, she looks like a piece of jerky. It's just not fun. And did you know that she got into an accident with a car, and that she chopped off 3 of her toes, and now she can't wear sandals? What's the point? So I just going on with that. And from there, I just, I don't know, I just keep trying different things. Sometimes they work, sometimes not. The problem is that I'm kind of more embarrassed. Like you don't give a shit. Like you'll try anything. I mean, I'm very self-conscious though. I'm getting over it. So like I go from Linda Richman to maybe you're like I'm not. Then I go to I'm Saul from Saul's Deli. Let me tell you something here, folks. Here at Saul's, we got all the kind of meat you want. So I'm just trying over and over.
It's funny actually that you mentioned that because I actually talked to a voice actress here recently, and she's incredibly good. And we're actually in like a project together.
Oh, cool.
And we called each other on the phone and we're talking for a little while, and she'd been taking classes and all that stuff, and my approach at voice acting was a bit different. Earlier we were talking about our time in this little group called Console Alliance,
right.
But that's how I got started. I started doing the Console Alliance videos. He came in a couple years after because we were on his radio show.
Yeah, back in the day, I had an online radio show called Fanbase, and we actually met at this convention, and I really liked the way the guys...
The worst convention.
It was the worst.
It was like
terrible.
The worst. Like, okay, if you've ever been to conventions, your worst con, ours was worse than that. I'm just kidding. It's whatever your worst con is, that was ours for this one where we met.
Basically, the convention wanted to sue him for some reason. It was weird. Are you seriously taking a fucking phone call?
No. Listen to Andrew.
Oh, for God's sakes. But anyway, yeah, so I met Isaac and Jeff and the Console Alliance group at ZonaCon. That was the name of the convention. ZonaCon. Yeah.
There was a guy I kept running into, Terrence Zudnick. He was the main guy in Repo the Genetic Opera. I actually saw him recently, in the past year.
He was.
And we reminisced over how bad that convention was.
He was the Gravedigger.
Yeah. He was one of the guys who helped create it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we met at that con. You were doing an improv group, I think.
What had happened was during the convention, there was like some kind of guy running around with a knife outside, so they put everybody in the main hall. And the people that I was with at the time, we could tell everyone was scared. So we tried to do some improv comedy just to kind of calm things down, and it worked. They were calm, and then I think about after like an hour, they let us out. But yeah, so we got together on the radio show, and then we just started talking, and Isaac basically just invited me up to like stay a few days in St. Augustine, and when I was up there for those few days, I fell in love with the city, and I was like, I'm gonna move here.
Well, it's also the friend group too. We were all just doing the same thing.
Yeah.
We always wanted to create stuff.
Absolutely,
that's what we wanted. Like we wanted to, like just anything we wanted to do. And that's the thing. Is like after we went to his radio show, then we started talking more and stuff like that. So like, how long ago was that? Like,
oh, dude, that was.
I think I started Console Alliance in 2007.
Yeah.
And it was like only a couple years after that.
9. Because the show, the Fanbase show was only on for like a year and like a few months.
Huh.
Yeah.
So what, like 2009, 2010?
Right around there, like maybe 10 or 11.
So it's 2018 right now, so it's almost halfway through. So that's like I think we've been friends for almost a decade.
Pretty, if not a decade, pretty freaking close.
Doesn't seem that long.
Yeah. Well. No offense, but I try to block most of the memories when I'm not with you.
No.
Like that.
No, but no, like what I was saying is I was talking to a voice actress going back to I was talking to a voice actress about how you said sometimes that you're a little bit nervous or hesitant to do like a voice or something like that.
Yeah.
And she was also this kind of the same way. And she's a good voice actress too, and she had taken classes and all that stuff and stuff like that, and the way I was telling her that I approached it. She said it was like, there was a lot of differences in the style of how I approached it. Like, and in fact, in some of her classes, they told her not to do what I was doing. But, I told her, I was like, look, you gotta just. My theory is be like Nike and just fucking do it. Just do it. There's nothing stopping you. There's nothing wrong with trying. And fuck it. I mean, you're gonna embarrass yourself, but you won't embarrass yourself as much as one of those fail videos. Or one of those racist rant videos. Like you said, you're never gonna be that bad.
That's true.
So
that's true.
like I know that's like a terrible way to look at it, but it's also kind of a logical one. But if you have a passion for it, then just do it.
It might work.
So, but I would say, get help from your friends. Like, I'm helping Garrett. I actually help a lot of voice actors to come in. We're actually part of a Discord voice acting chat on our Discord.
Oh, actually, I think I need to join that.
I will post a link on this chat on this video, and I'll also post an invite link on if anybody wants it or whatever. But I'll post it on what is it? This chat here on Twitch. So if you're on Twitch, I'm going to post it in the chat, and there's your invite link. And if you're ever interested or want to talk or whatever, just let us know. But, it's like we try to, help each other out and stuff like that, and we want to give each other challenges too. Like my challenge that I posted on YouTube and all over the place. Like, hey, give me a voice and a thing, and I'll do it. So far, I've got a couple. I've got Snake. I've got Jeff Goldblum. From people on Instagram and stuff like that. But I want to do that. Like if anybody if anybody wants that, we want to be able to be like help each other out.
Yeah.
And besides, this girl, I told her, I was like, look, just do it. And she's done a couple of demos, sent them my way, and they've been fantastic. Just. If you're doing a character, and especially if it's a high energy character, just throw yourself into it. That's what I do. And it took me a while to get my setup and all that stuff, but he just saw my setup today.
It's really cool. He's got his own little booth.
But that's the thing, and I helped him get his first little setup. It's not like just AAA quality, but if you need an independent game or anything like that, you won't know the difference, really.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many things, too. And one of the things that the girl voice actors told me is that, people seem to look down almost on indie stuff. Like, indie in-house. Like a lot of the older generations say, oh, you have to go get a professional demo produced and you have to go to a studio. And it's just like, you don't, though. You really don't. Like, maybe a decade or two ago, I would say mostly 2 decades ago, you probably, because almost a decade ago was 2010. You could probably get good stuff even in 2010.
Yeah.
But I say like in 2000, up to 2010, yeah, you should, and beyond that, you should go to a studio and get a produced demo that's professionally produced and all that stuff. But with all the YouTube videos, all the advancements in technology, all the really good quality
equipment,
cheaper microphones, you can do it yourself. Yeah. There's no reason you can't do it yourself. And I do all my demos myself. I produce all my demos 100% myself.
You're basically completely independent.
Yeah, and I'm independent, freelance, I think they call it. They refer to it as freelance.
Yeah.
And I've done everything from the ground up. Like I did my website, I did my voice, I taught myself how to do voice acting, do acting, do all that stuff, because I had a passion for that at first. So I spent years doing that in different people's films, in our own films, in our YouTube videos. Did voices for fun, did voices for friends' projects, did voices for whatever. Then I built my own website, did my own social stuff, did my own demos and all that stuff. And I'm 100% did it myself. And if I can do that, definitely other people can. There's no reason why other people can't.
Absolutely.
So
I'm taking the first steps towards it right now. So, yeah.
But if you have any questions or if you want to have any, whose line is it anyway kind of shit, that would be kind of fun to do.
Let us know, please.
What else is there? Like,
I don't know.
What could we do? What was one of the improv stuff that we did?
There was Scenes from a Hat.
What's that? Oh, we have to have stuff.
Yeah, we gotta have stuff.
We're not prepared.
Questions Only. Remember that one?
You know what voice I want to do? I want to do Don Knotts.
Don Knotts, really?
Yeah.
Be interesting.
You remember Don Knotts from Andy Griffith's show?
Yes.
Remember that? And he was also in Three's Company.
Yeah.
He was like, well, this isn't, and he kind of had that.
There's too many ostriches.
There's too many ostriches.
What's going on?
Why are there so many ostriches?
Why?
Remember the elephant one in Family Guy? You mean I gotta put this thing in there?
That's not right.
And that's funny because, you just hear a voice and you're like, I want to do that, Could you imagine Don Knotts doing, in the middle of a Godzilla attack?
Oh, God.
You know what I'm saying? Well, that moth is attacking that lizard. Well, this isn't part of the brochure.
And
they just breathed blue fire.
Where's my travel guide?
That's funny.
He's on the bottom of the foot. Time to get the hell out of here.
Well, my car's underneath his foot. No, that's funny. I wanted to do other stuff like that. I wanted to do more Disney characters other than just Mickey Mouse, like Goofy.
Yeah.
Gosh, that voice. I wanted to do that voice. I wanted to do Looney Tunes characters because Mel Blanc.
Oh, God.
Does most of the Looney Tunes characters. And this motherfucker, if you don't know who he is, study. Because this is like the icon to your favorite voice actors.
Yeah,
seriously.
Pretty much.
Your voice actors' heroes is Mel Blanc. The man of 1,000 voices. He did every single thing back in the day. Literally, he was everything. You really cannot. It's just easier to name what he doesn't do. And I don't think we really have anybody like that nowadays. I mean, because there's so many talented people out there coming out and being discovered. But I think the female version would be Tara Strong.
Yeah.
Right now, and the other one would be probably Billy West.
Yeah.
I mean, he did Rocko's Modern Life. I mean, not Modern. Sorry. He did Ren and Stimpy. Started with an R. He did Ren and Stimpy, Doug, Futurama. He did multiple characters in all of those shows. So it's
yeah.
My favorite was Zap Brannigan, which I would love to be able to do his voice. I do like a type of voice that could pass, but not an impression.
Right.
What it's like. I remember the one time he was looking at Zap Brannigan, and somebody showed him a picture of a painting of Zap Brannigan, a real life picture, and it was funny because it was him just doing Zap Brannigan's responses, and he was just I look like hot garbage. I am the man with no name, Zap Brannigan, at your service. I love the way he's so stupid like that. He's when that thing was going down, that thing, he was just it's a steakhouse, but it drives like a bistro, or something like that.
Oh, wow.
Or yeah, when he was on stage, he was I met her in a club down in Old Soho. I asked her name, and in a deep brown voice, she said, Leela. Leela, Leela. Crash and everything like that. Oh, sorry, Kif, you're crying like a woman. What's funny is that voice was supposed to be played by Phil Hartman, one of my personal heroes and icons, but he had died right before that. That's actually why they named Fry Philip. Because that's his name, Phil Hartman. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, right now, I guess we could.
Yeah.
I don't know how long we've been doing this.
About a half hour.
Oh my God, we've been doing this about 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Yes. You know what?
What?
We're just gonna cut it right here because tomorrow we're coming out with another episode of the Flux Zone, and it's his first time on, first time on our show actually.
Yeah.
On it's hosted by me and a mutual friend of his, Andrew. So we're gonna talk about we already have some plans for really cool stuff actually coming onto the YouTube and Facebook, and I'm not talking about just podcasting. We're gonna start doing videos and stuff.
Yeah.
Preview. We're actually gonna be interviewing a really cool guy who runs a really cool store here in town that just opened.
Hopefully I'll get to see it tomorrow.
And we're gonna be doing that. That's gonna be really fun.
Yeah.
So keep an eye out. Look for the Flux Zone, FLUX zone on everything. Actually, we're on Twitter. We're on Facebook,
iTunes.
iTunes. And also, if you are in the mood for more podcasts, there is the Flux Zone, and there also is his personal podcast called the GS Universe. And he actually just uploaded like 4 or 5 new episodes. Just
I got real behind in uploading them onto my SoundCloud, and I was just like, okay, we gotta do this. So I just uploaded like a whole batch of them at the same time. So go check them out. Let me know what you think.
We're also on iTunes, so subscribe to that on your podcast. If you have an Apple phone or if you have an Android, you can look it up on the podcast app there.
Yeah. Like I said, just let me know what you think. All comments are welcome. Love mail, hate mail. I'm actually a huge fan of hate mail.
So remember, catch us tomorrow on the Flux Zone. Subscribe to the GS Universe, and we will see you next time. And probably next time, we're probably going to be doing, watching 90s commercials and showing how stupid we were.
Fun stuff like that.
So,
all right.
It was nice talking to y'all.
Bye.